Hey guys, how is everyone doing? This week's assignment is on value and contour. Contour is a drawing technique that emphasizes an object's mass and volume. In other words, when you use contour, you are not only showing the object's height and width, but also its depth. Take a look at this globe. The grid lines show that the object is a sphere because they follow its curvature. Now, our drawing will not look that complicated, so don't worry. I just want you to understand the concept before we get started. Now, I've talked all year about value. Value is the lightness or darkness of a particular area of an artwork. In general, when you create a black and white drawing, you want a wide range of values. You want areas that are completely white, which are the highlights, and you want areas that are completely black, which are the shadows. You also want lots of mid-ranges. Now, it's very difficult to achieve complete black with just a number 2 pencil, but we'll do the best we can. I used a number 2 pencil in my demo because that is most likely the type of pencil you have on hand. If you have other drawing pencils like 4B, HB, or an ebony pencil, feel free to use those. And one more thing, my video has been sped up, so don't think you have to draw as fast as I do. And of course, you may pause and rewind as needed. Okay, start out by sketching a line for the back of the table. Then sketch a large circle for the general shape of the pomegranate. Remember to draw big. Don't draw a tiny piece of fruit with tons of white space. Look at the photograph and envision its edges as the edge of your paper and try to keep that same proportion. I went ahead and marked where the shadow will be. I will go back to that later. When you draw the stem portion of the pomegranate, don't get too caught up in making it perfect. The purpose of this drawing is value and contour, so a messy sketch of the stem is perfectly fine. I took extra time on mine, but don't feel you have to. I also had to adjust where the stem meets the main part of the fruit, and that is why I always tell you to sketch lightly. I start with the darkest portions. That's just how I do it. You may prefer to work from light to dark. Either way is fine. Just refer to the photograph and study where the highlights, shadows, and midtones are. Now, as you shade the fruit, this is where contour comes in. You don't want to shade in a straight line motion. You want to follow the shape of the fruit. Follow along the outside of the circle, and as you make your way to the center, your strokes will be less and less curved. Right in the very center is the only place you should use a straight stroke. Now, when you go to add your shadows, you want to press harder with your pencil and lighten up the lighter the gray areas are going to be. And when you think you are done, go back and make your shadows darker. You may think they are dark enough, but chances are you can go darker. Add the shadow on the table. You can use your finger to smudge, and you can smudge the rest of the fruit too. If you have a cotton swab, paper towel, or tissue, you can use that instead of your finger. Now I add just a little bit of texture for the tabletop. You can do that if you want to. And I go back 3 and 4 times to make my darks darker.